Justice League, it was like, yo, Green Lantern got issues, he's banging Hawk Girl, and they're fighting aliens, and that's it. Like,
you want to shut up before you create a time paradox.
Like when it comes to, like comics, they are made by different creators usually. Like, the artist is usually different, the writer is usually different on each volume. And I feel like manga doesn't have to have that issue because it's made by one creator and made, story-wise and art-wise and etc. Obviously assistance.
Say what now?
Think about how in-depth Itachi's storyline was. From the beginning, we just knew Itachi as this dude slaughtered his whole family. Yeah. Sasuke wanted to shoot the fade, and he was on the bingo list. He was banned from the village. But as it went on, it was like, wait a minute, this guy Itachi actually ain't that bad.
I didn't really have that much people that believed in me and believed in my work, so I wanted to make other people believe in themselves, So I wanted to make videos that motivated people to say, like, anybody can do manga. It doesn't matter who you are.
Because when I was younger, I used to have, like, the neighborhood at my house. Like, my house was...
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like,
I was actually the same way.
Oh, all right. Dope. How old are you?
I'm 22. 22 years
22?
old.
All right, yeah. So I am like way older than you. I'm 34. Right. So yeah, I was inviting people. Like, this was before the internet. This was before online gaming and all that stuff. Like, inviting the crew over to play GoldenEye, Smash Brothers, Ready to Rumble boxing, like Dreamcast, like all of that stuff. Like, you always had to go to somebody's house. So I used to have everybody at my house over the summer. And then, like, sometimes you'll have friends that's like, yo, my boy is in town, or yo, I met this kid, like, yo, could he come through? And it's like, yeah, hell yeah, bro. Let's get some Kool-Aid, let's play some video games, and let's chill. And that's how I kind of like to translate this. It's like, yo, you're in my house, we're chilling, and we're just talking about all kind of shit, bro.
I'm already feeling it, man. I'm already feeling that energy, bro. I'm already feeling it.
There we go, man. I like it. I like it. So, I mean, let's get right into it. So, I want to introduce Red F Manga. He is the creator, the artist, and the writer of Golden Mist manga.
Yes,
he has over, just on the first issue, I think it's over 150 readers, 150,000 readers.
It's actually
on the first
200,000. Yes, sir.
All right, there we go. Last time I checked a minute ago, but it was like 150K, and I'm like, damn, that's nice numbers right there, bro.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, pleasure having you on, man. I see you doing your thing with your TikTok and everything. So, let's get into it, man. Tell us how you got into creating your own manga.
So, like, I've always ever since I was a kid, I've always wanted to go into this career. Ever since I read Naruto when I was a kid in my local, library in my school, like, I've always just wanted to do comics, So I first started off making Pokemon comics on, a sketchbook and etc. I always did this. In some sort of way. So I felt like making my own manga so I can inspire other people the same way these amazing creators like, Akira Toriyama and etc. has inspired me. So that's just like the natural progression of what I this art, my art evolution in general, if that makes sense,
No, 100%, bro, 100%. Now, what's the difference? Because, I mean, most people who watch cartoons, comics, and stuff like that, like, they've always envisioned themselves like, yo, I want to create my own comic or creating characters and stuff. But there's a difference between, like, wanting to do it and then actually doing it. And this goes for anything, whether it's sports, music.
Yeah.
I don't care being a lawyer, doctor, whatever it is. It's like you go to a point where it's like, yo, this shit is interesting when you're a kid to now when you're an adult, like mid-adult, whatever, and now it's like you're actually doing it, right?
Yeah.
Talk about what kind of pushed you over that edge or pushed you over the fence to actually go out there and get it done.
Well, wow, that's actually a very, very good question. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. It's just like I felt like I never really had to face. You know what? The thing about it is, right, I always wanted to entertain. Like, when I was younger and I was telling you about how I liked, making comics and stuff when I was younger and etc. I always liked to show everybody around me, like my friends and like my family and everything, And I felt like I really liked that feeling of showing my work to other people and how they perceive that. It's always interesting to me. So I just felt like I wanted to do that. I genuinely wanted to do that with a wider audience. So, I got on Instagram, started making a comic. I actually made a comic before Golden Mist called Blaze Kaibo, right? And I
Okay.
was trying to test out the waters, see how I would actually do if I made a manga for real, and it never really came out, It probably the first chapter came out, etc. Because I was nervous too. Like it was my first time posting publicly something I genuinely cared about. And when I honestly got a wide reception and way more of an audience than I thought I would, I felt like I wanted to do this. I wanted to genuinely do this more. Is that answer your question?
No, yeah, that does, bro. Yo, it's so crazy how social media can literally take someone who is, just like us. It's like, yo, we're never probably gonna reach the level of being in like a production company or,
Right.
whatever it is. It's like, yo, let's do this shit on our own, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could literally not go to college. You could literally just be self-taught. There's a whole bunch of YouTube education that you can get on
Yeah.
how to draw, how to write stories, all this shit. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
yo, there's so many people that, didn't go to school. I've met one person that actually went to school for this, or maybe two. Two
Hmm.
people out of everybody that I've spoken to, interacted, that actually went to school for this.
Who? Who?
Crazy.
I'm actually curious.
So Rodney Anderson Jr., who I just did an
Okay.
interview with, he was
Yeah.
like, "Yo, I went to school. I actually went to school for comics, right?" And
Mm-hmm.
he grew up in the '80s, so he's old. He's 10 years older than me. So I think he's
Yeah.
like 20 years older than you, which is
Yeah.
crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he went to school for it. He's actually a teacher now, and he creates his own project. Um,
Okay.
Pandio also, I believe I believe he went to school. I don't know if he went to school specifically for like manga or comics or whatever, but I think he went to art school. He's also an art teacher and he,
Mm-hmm.
does it. But
Right.
most other people is like, yo, I didn't go to college, or this is just something that I like to do, and that's super dope. You mentioned
Mm-hmm.
Naruto before, because that's like one of the big ones now, especially with like the newer generation. It's like, yo, Naruto.
Yeah.
I feel like Naruto is like the NBA young boy of anime.
Oh no,
Um,
you are not lying. You are not lying.
it absolutely is, bro. Much
Yeah.
respect, much respect.
Mm-hmm.
What are you original, like first like original Naruto fan, or Shippuden, or Boruto? I already know
Oh
Boruto's out. So.
heck yeah, Boruto is 100% out. If I'm being honest, right? I actually started watching Naruto on Shippuden on like Jetix, on like when I was watching TV back then. You know what I'm saying? And so when I got into Naruto Shippuden, I'm like, bro, I actually love this. I need more of this. So I looked it up on my mom's computer at the time, and I watched the whole entire series, and I didn't even know there was a beginning. It was actually the same thing for Dragon Ball, like Dragon Ball before Dragon Ball Z. It was the same thing. So yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Now that you say that, I
Yeah.
think I think that might have been the same thing for me. I think I saw Dragon Ball Z first before. Actually, I can't really tell. I think I saw Dragon Ball first. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's nuts for me to even hear that, because I remember when I was in junior high school,
Mm-hmm.
and this was before Naruto was on Cartoon Network or whatever. It was already in Japan, but I
Mm-hmm.
was playing a lot of indie, like online multiplayer games,
Right.
and they
Right.
were anime based, and one I was playing was Dragon Ball Z based, but like you can
Mm-hmm.
kind of like create your character the way that they look, and a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people were creating Naruto looking characters in this Dragon Ball Z game. So like, I'm a Dragon
Mm.
Ball Z fan, I'm obviously playing a game, and I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, who the hell is this nigga with the fucking gorge on his back? Or who the hell is this dude in green freaking tights? Like, what kind of
Yeah.
shit is this? And like, I would see all these weird ass characters, and then my boy
Mm-hmm.
Brandon Barnes, I gotta shoot out to Brandon Barnes, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "Yo, Naruto is going to be massive here." He only had watched
Yeah.
a couple of episodes, but like he
Mm-hmm.
knew it was going to be fire. He was like, "Yo, it's massive in Japan." And
Yeah.
I was like, all right, cool. But I like, I kind of brushed it off. My brother was
Mm-hmm.
a little bit younger. My brother got on the Naruto wave like way before me. So you
Really?
know how the older people, they're always like stubborn when like new shit comes, like,
Yeah.
open.
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're
Um,
talking about.
Yeah, so like Naruto dropped, and it was bubbling a little bit. But me, I'm
Hmm.
still on like Yu Yu Hakusho, Dragon Ball Z, Cowboy Bebop, like
Yeah.
Inuyasha, like all of that shit. And then Naruto started to get big, and then I remember
Hmm.
seeing some of the characters, and I'm like, all right, time out, let me watch this. And I still remember the tuning exams. That's
Hmm.
when I fell in
It's the
love,
most iconic arc. You gotta be real, you know. You
bro.
gotta be real.
Iconic. Once you get past like those initial episodes of like Naruto being a jokester, but like when you
Hmm.
see, oh, I'm sorry, not even before the tuning exams. I'm talking about when they first met Zabuza. When they
Oh.
first met Zabuza and Haku, and like Zabuza, it looked like he killed Kakashi, and then Kakashi used the substitution jutsu, but the water one.
Oh, bro,
And
that's
I was like, yo, I was like,
crazy, bro.
nuts.
Yeah.
And then when he caught Kakashi in the water prison, and then
Hmm.
Naruto and Sasuke were getting busy, I was like, all right, this anime is like top
Yeah,
notch.
I feel that 100%. I cannot lie because when I rewatched, it, I'm like, yep, the Zabuza arc as a whole is just one of the most iconic, like beginning arcs of all anime. Like that's just a fact. That's a fact. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? So yeah, I
Hmm.
definitely agree with that. I definitely agree.
Yeah, it was that. It was like some of the characters like it was kind of a little hood, if you ask me. Like the way Kakashi would stand, it was like, yo, this
Hmm.
nigga's like posted up on the block. Like, he got that thing on him, and he ain't afraid of
Yeah,
no one.
yeah,
Same thing with
yeah.
Zabuza. Zabuza had the headband that was like slid to the side, kind of looking
Hmm.
like Ti and Nelly at the same time.
Bro,
And it was
yeah,
like, yo,
bro.
this anime, like they got swag. Like one thing is when you have a character
Hmm.
and that character is badass, their
Right.
presence has to be known. Like
Yes.
there's just some
Yeah.
anime characters that it's like they're a badass just the way they stand, the
Hmm.
way they talk, the way they carry themselves, and that's
Hmm.
important when it comes to storytelling.
Oh yeah, for sure. I definitely take these elements into my own manga, you know. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
that's dope, man. That's dope. So let's get back to your manga, man. So
Okay, yeah.
Golden Mist,
Mhm.
this is the second project that you created. You said you had one before that.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. All right, cool. How'd you come up with this idea? Is this like something that was influenced by your life, or is this something that was influenced by just like another form of media?
I would say it's a little bit of both, you know what I'm saying, right? I felt like at the time when I was done with Blaze Kaiba, what is it? I felt like my storytelling I guess my storytelling has improved drastically since I made that series. So I felt like I wanted to challenge myself, right? So that's why I made Golden Mist a time travel story because I actually really do enjoy time travel stories like Erased, for example, Steins Gate. You know what I mean? Like and just like in just not even anime, just like actual, just genuine fiction in general. You know what I mean? I love
Okay.
storytelling. What is the aspects that relate to time travel? So I wanted to implement that in. And not just that, but I felt like the characters in Golden Mist were actually inspired by other medias. One of them being Kung Fu Panda, which a lot of people actually already know before I even mention it. You know what I mean? So like
Yep.
I felt like I did get it from a lot of other medias, but I did take it from my own life. Like for example, Kai's backstory in chapter one. It definitely related to my own life and other, certain extents, especially his relationship with his grandpa. Yeah.
Okay. No, that's dope. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
I can see a lot of people write themselves into their stories. Now, here's the
Yeah.
big question:
Right.
how do you create characters that you don't relate to?
Crazy enough, I use the people around me, like my friends around me that have different perspectives on things. Like, I will admit, actually, some of my characters are actually inspired by my friends. You know what I mean? Just because of
Okay.
their different ideals. Yeah, I genuinely, that's like an actual answer. Like, I'm so serious. That's like a
do,
genuine
do you
answer.
do you tell them that it's like, yo, I'm
Yeah,
making this character? It's like, all right.
yeah,
It's like,
for
what if the
sure.
character's like a bitch, and you tell one of your boys, it's like, yo, this is
Oh,
you.
I'm not gonna lie. This has happened before. This has actually happened before. I'm not gonna hold you. It's 100% fact. Like Raiden, I'm not gonna say who he's inspired by, but he's definitely inspired by one of my friends, and he's always pissed off on how he acts in the manga. It's crazy. Yeah,
That is hilarious. That is
yeah.
hilarious. Yeah,
Hmm.
I I I can see that because I'm telling this to everybody. It's like I'm writing my own, and I've asked this to
You're
Daniel
making a
before.
manga?
Yeah, yeah. Yep, I
Oh,
am
bro,
writing early
you,
stages. You know,
you gotta tell me, bro. You gotta tell me this later or something in this podcast. It don't matter. You have to tell me, bro. Yeah,
I'll
bro.
tell. I'll tell you. I'll tell you. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm writing it, and one of the things that I asked Daniel D. Calvo because he's an editor, I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, how do I not get into the hole of writing characters that are me? It's like, all right, cool. Like
Mm-hmm.
if I want to make the main character me, all right, what if I want to make another character that is nothing like me? But then as I'm writing it, I'm writing in decisions that I would make, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like no, like how do you stop yourself from doing that?
Yeah, man. I feel like it's a difficult thing that I have to actually deal with to this day. Within every chapter, I have to think about because I have a lot of main characters, because of the Golden Mist as a whole is like five
Yeah,
people in it. You know what I'm saying? So I have to put different perspectives, different backstories, and because of their backstories, I have to explain their reasoning behind their actions just based on their character alone. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
yeah, it's hard. It's actually difficult, and I feel like almost every creator, no matter how big or small you are, they have to deal with that, and it's a difficult thing. It's like, so
Mhm.
it's not easy.
Yeah. Yeah. How do you deal with having the label on calling it a manga? And the reason that I asked that question
Mm-hmm.
is because there's a massive difference. Like, even though they're pretty much the same, comics and manga,
Mm-hmm.
Marvel, DC, and Shonen Jump, whatever you want to call it. But with manga characters, like their stories are fleshed out so much more.
Right.
Whereas
I
like
agree.
you could watch a Justice League cartoon, like early cartoon, or maybe like a Batman Beyond. It's like, yeah, they have like a story, but it's pretty much, this kid or this dude or this woman is just fighting crime, and then
Mm-hmm.
it's just like a new episode over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, how do you feel with dealing on the weight of something being a manga, and there's a lot of projects that we watch, it's just so in depth with each character's storyline and arcs
Mm-hmm.
and all of that stuff?
Man, that's a good question, right?
Yeah, see,
Like,
you wasn't expecting to be on here and
nah.
get the top tier questions.
Hey, man, before I joined the podcast, I was thinking, man, what type of tricky question is this man gonna ask me, bro? I have to think about this, but no, I didn't think about that. You know what I mean?
It like that I'm always thinking about, that shit that everybody, I mean, has to think about. Whether, obviously if you're creating stuff, you definitely have to think about it, but that
Mm-hmm.
shit that even if I wasn't making a manga or making a comic, it's like, yo, how do we kind of differentiate the two? It's like, yo, when I'm watching something like Young Justice, it's like, of course, again, like there is some sort of storyline, and the
Right.
characters do have, but like something like Naruto, like think about how in depth Itachi's storyline was.
Mm-hmm.
From the beginning, we just knew Itachi as this dude slaughtered his whole family.
Yeah.
Sasuke wanted to shoot the fade, and
Yeah.
he was on the bingo list. He was banned from the village. But
Yeah.
as it went on, it was like, wait a minute, this guy Itachi actually ain't that bad. Like,
Mm-hmm.
remember in Shippuden when Naruto, Chio, Sasuke, I'm sorry, Naruto, Chio, Sakura, and Kakashi went toe to toe with Kisame, or was it Kisame, or was it just Itachi? And Itachi said something to Naruto there. This was in the beginning of Shippuden.
Yeah.
And we were just
Mm-hmm.
like, yo, this motherfucker Itachi is crazy. But then later on, it was like, yo, this guy Itachi really trusted Naruto to
Mm-hmm.
get Sasuke back to the good side.
He wasn't really a
Think about,
fully bad guy, you know what I'm saying? It's just a nuance with his character, It really
bro,
is.
it's like 300 episodes, 400 episodes,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like just this story development. Like
Yeah,
we
bro, it's
wasn't getting that
crazy.
shit in fucking, yeah, we wasn't getting that shit in the 90s from fucking like
Mm-hmm.
Justice League. It was like, yo, Green Lantern got issues, he's banging Hawk Girl, and they're fighting aliens, and that's it. Like,
Bro, it's actually super interesting because you are actually 100% correct. Like when it comes to, like comics and etc., they are made by different creators usually. Like, the artist is usually different, the writer is usually different on each volume and etc. And I feel like that tarnishes their character to a certain extent because other people can write them differently than others. And like there also at some points like, some Superman comics are actually really good, right? And they like focus on the dynamic of Superman being some godly figure that wants to live amongst men, but this character development that was within that specific volume, or that volume series, isn't going to be in the next one. It's like a complete start over. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of makes the character stagnant. And I feel like manga doesn't have to have that issue because it's made by one creator and made,
Yeah,
story wise and art wise and etc. Obviously assistance, but you know what I mean? Yeah.
yeah. That's one of the things that I see is being labeled as like the superhero fatigue, because now there's just so many different storylines and so many different free range shit that they can do with these movies. And
Hmm.
it's like that's one of the issues that DC's running into. It's because like,
Oh,
yo,
for sure.
it's like,
Have you
yo,
seen what's going on in DC right now? Like,
yo,
come on, man.
we didn't got like three Jokers in the last
Oh
like
man.
what, like 10 years. We,
Hmm.
we we just got accustomed to a Batman, Ben Affleck, but now he's out the door, and we're getting another Batman. We're getting another Superman. We're getting
Yeah.
a whole nother Justice League, and
Hmm.
I understand the fans just like, oh damn, like yo, we was just getting used to the Snyderverse, and then we was just getting used to the new DCEU, and
Hmm.
now the same thing with Marvel. It's like, yo, it's like they're doing all of this crazy shit. Like there's like we got Kang, but there's no like vision how there was with the
Hmm.
first, I think one or two or three phases of the MCU.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, man, shit is all, and this is like shit that I fucking think of, man. I'll be up like at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, damn, I wonder what the hell they're gonna do with DC, and I
I
should
feel
be
the same
sleeping. I
way.
gotta wake up.
I
Yeah,
actually have to ask you a question. Have you seen the Snyder cut for Justice League?
of course. Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
feel
saw it.
like I didn't really like Snyder cut films because I actually rewatched his film. Not no no. Actually, I take it back. I like his films. I don't like his. You know, I don't like him directing DC movies, if that makes sense, because I rewatched his films and I'm like, I didn't really like it that much. But the Justice League movie, he did that a million times better than the original, a million times. And like, I
Yeah,
feel bad because people are saying like, oh man, it's too long. Like, it's like I think like 5 or 6 hours. Bro, it literally says part one, part two, and part three within the movie. Like you can watch it like a show. It's not that serious. But I genuinely think that's when DC was actually getting on the right track. But then now,
yeah,
they have to reboot it with the Flash, which I don't think that's a bad idea at all because I'm extremely excited for the Blue Beetle movie. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
I think it needs a fresh do over, but I am tired of it. Like I'm genuinely tired of like the switcheroo stuff and etc. Things being canceled. Like, bro, it's really bad. It's really bad for DC right now.
yeah. They gotta get it together. Hopefully James Gunn can do it. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's the challenges of being a producer, executive, and
Hmm.
first and foremost, James Gunn is a freaking writer, and he's a fucking
Yeah.
really good writer.
Hmm.
But I feel like he's a good writer for all of that quirky, weird
Yeah.
shit that you can get away with. Like you can get
Guardians of
away
the
with being,
Galaxy. Yeah.
yeah, weird with the Guardians, but you know, what's his Superman gonna be like?
I'm ah, I don't know, man. I was gonna say I'm scared, but I don't really know, bro. Like I have faith in him, but I don't know. Well, I do have faith because I think didn't he what is it? Wasn't he the director for one of the Justice League? I'm not Justice League, Suicide Squad movies,
Yes,
if
yes.
I'm correct.
But
And
that's
yeah,
another thing. Suicide
yeah,
Squad is kind of weird. Like
yeah. It is
it's
weird. It
a
is weird.
hodgepodge of all of these weird ass characters that are fighting these weird ass villains, doing this weird
Hmm.
ass shit. So I that fits with James Gunn. But like a Superman, like Superman is like cut
Hmm.
clean. I don't know. I'm interested to see what the hell he's gonna do, but we gotta wait like freaking 3 years for that. So
Yeah, we definitely do, and I feel like I think I have faith in him, especially because he's making like a very very young Superman. So I feel like maybe his his directorial decisions will probably make it to where the Superman movie might appeal to everybody. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I loved Peacemaker. I loved Suicide Squad. I'm gonna give some faith to him, but he's not directing no Batman movie. That's for sure. Like, nah, that's for sure, bro. That is for sure, bro.
yeah, we need Batman. I think he is directing it, right?
Uh oh. Nah, nah,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not gonna like
I
that,
think he
bro.
is directing it, or he's writing it, or some shit. But I mean, yo,
Uh,
yeah. I mean, I guess we'll see. We got time. We got time. We got nothing but
we just
time.
got time. Yeah,
Yeah,
things
man.
change.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get back to that. What so
Mhm.
what are you doing with TikTok, man? I see you kind of blowing up a little bit. You're doing some creative shit on
Yeah.
TikTok. Talk about that. What are you doing? How many times you post a day? What you got going on?
Well, yeah, like I mean, I genuinely in the beginning of the year, right? I didn't really take TikTok that seriously until I seen, I guess, what it did when I posted one of my first viral videos that hit like, I think like 64K or something views. And I'm like,
Nice.
bro, and it helped me a lot because it actually, it boosted my following, etc. And I realized how much TikTok really is important marketing wise. So I really did want to tap into that this year. That was my New Year's resolution for me to keep posting every single day. And I posted every single day, making videos, backups. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be serious about this site. And it's actually worked great. I even posted some of my TikToks on Instagram, and now I'm at 13K. Like I feel like TikTok really does help find your audience, I guess, find your niche, find your people. So I genuinely wanted to tap into that. So I just been locked in since. Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. So you're just posting one time a day?
Yeah, I post once, twice, you know what I'm saying? It's just like whenever I'm available because, I've been busy this year more than I ever been before. So I'm just kind of like trying to balance everything even now. But yeah, I try to post every day. Yeah.
All right. That's cool. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
And how was your growth on Instagram? Like you said, you hit 13K. Where
Oh
were you
yeah,
at before you were posting consistently on there?
1K.
Damn. Damn. How
Mhm.
many times a day were you posting on Instagram?
Like once a week. Yeah.
And now how many times are you posting on Instagram?
Still once a week.
So how'd
I'm
you
just
get to 13K?
It's just like I have no idea. Maybe it's just like the algorithm was finally by my side or something. I just started posting stuff that I genuinely liked, and I
Mm-hmm.
get a lot of comments saying that I to a certain extent I feel like my videos are meant to motivate people that are in my position or my position at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't really have that much people that believed in me and believed in my work. So I wanted to make other people believe in themselves. So I wanted to make videos that motivated people to say, like, anybody can do manga. It doesn't matter who you are. So that's
Nice.
exactly what I did. That's what my videos are meant to be for. And, of course, I advertise my series and etc. But,
I,
it's just that image, I guess, that attracts people to my page. And now they're just they're just following me on my journey at this point. So, yeah.
you gotta plug your shit, bro. Plug that shit in. The best marketers are the ones that can tug on the heartstrings, get that emotion, get people to do
Yeah.
shit, but while also promoting your shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah,
smart.
yeah, man. I felt like it just like, yeah, I just really, I like doing this. I like doing that. It really does make me happy to see other people message me things like, I started making my manga because of you and stuff like that. It means a lot because I didn't
Nice.
have that for myself. It's really great. It's
Are
great to
you on
see, bro.
Facebook?
Facebook, I am not on Facebook, but
You know
I'm
what?
gonna actually be on Facebook for sure.
Trust me, get on Facebook, bro. Facebook
Okay.
is fucking generous,
Mm-hmm.
generous with the growth and
Mm-hmm.
generous with the post that you put up. I just had a
Okay.
post this weekend hit 1.3 million.
Whoa, that's
Bro,
insane.
my biggest fucking post ever. And like it was like slowly cooking, bro. It was like
Mm-hmm.
I posted it and then it was like 1,000, like crazy. It's like any video that I post right now, first day is over at 1,000. This
That's
one
what's
I
up.
post, yeah, first one that it was at 1,000, and then it started to cook, and then it was at like 5,000. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, all right, cool. I caught one. I was like, yo, I'm the best, man. And then
Mm-hmm.
that joint started to get to like 10,000, and I'm like,
Yeah.
wait, hold up, something's crazy. And I had another post, the post that I did about Ryan Reynolds. That
Mm-hmm.
one was also cooking too. I think that one's at like 13K. But then
Right.
all of a sudden that joint started to get to like 50K and then
That's insane.
69K. And then that joint
Mm-hmm.
got to 100K. And I was like, yo, I'm lit. I actually sent it over to Lonzo at Concrete because I
Mm-hmm.
know he's active on Facebook. And I was like,
Yeah.
bro, I don't know, no, I didn't send it to him yet because I took a screenshot because I was already hyped. And I was like, yo, I'm on 100K. I was just on live on IG last week and I was telling people, I was like, yo, get on Facebook. Like, for some reason, Mark Zuckerberg's like giving a finger to Instagram and like he wants to put that algorithm into Facebook because that's his baby. So
Yes,
I'm like, all
sir.
right, whatever we got to do, Mark,
You gotta
whatever
do what
we
you
got
gotta
to do,
do,
baby,
man.
let's get busy.
Yeah.
So then
I gotta do
so
that.
then yeah, you got to get on it, and then
Mm-hmm.
And then remember, like I posted this maybe like a week ago, like a week, maybe a week and a half, and it's just been bubbling. And right now it's at 1.3 million. And it ain't nothing crazy. It's
Congratulations,
just
man.
yeah, it's just me reacting to the Ed and Eddie whistle, and I'm like, holy shit. But now like everything that I've posted, like from like after that has like automatic, like when I posted it automatically is at like 600, 800 views. And I'm like, oh, this is like lit. And then my
Yes,
followers have
sir.
been creeping up. I was stuck on like 7 followers for a minute, but I wasn't taking it serious. I wasn't
Hmm.
taking it serious. I wasn't consistent. And then I got consistent, and now I'm at like 4 and change.
That's
But that
it,
shit just,
bro.
yeah, it just
Yes,
keeps
sir,
rising,
bro.
man.
That's the
I
key,
was
bro. Consistency, like consistency for anybody. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're consistent with it, you can get discouraged, of course, but if you keep doing it, there's definitely going to be a reward for your hard work. I swear. So yeah, I 100% agree, and you deserve it, bro. I've been seeing you do this for a minute. I'm a big fan. So yeah.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Hmm.
So now when you created Golden Mist, were
Right.
you with Shrine Comics at that same time, or they kind of picked you up after they saw your project and you were bubbling a little bit?
So yeah, I did make Golden Mist. Well, I guess Golden Mist was in the production phase at that time where Shrine became a thing and etc. And I was definitely looking at Shrine and stuff like that. But I wasn't fully into it. In fact, well, actually, I don't want to say that because things are gonna be that's kind of weird. But I would say like I definitely was eyeing a lot of companies. One of them was Post Manga and etc. Right? And I felt like I genuinely was interested in Shrine Comics because of I guess, their motto and how they help creators and stuff. Like we can do our manga within our own pace, right? So
Yeah,
literally for Shrine Comics, the creators can post as many pages as they want a specific week, and that's just how it goes. It's not really rushing you and etc. And at that time, it really did appeal to me because it's like I can do things at my own pace. So yeah, I definitely wanted to join Shrine, and so I had a buddy hit me up, tell me he had connections to him because he was working with them at the time, and things just started from there. I talked to the creator, and he sent me in pretty quick. Yeah.
nice, nice. And is there a because I don't like I can only assume just based off of other industries, but is there a benefit working with like a Shrine Comics or like a Pulse Manga, or just
Yeah.
being like solo dolo? Like, is there what's like the pros and cons?
So I guess like the pros and cons is I feel like for Shrine Comics, it the I would say the creator Jin, right? He's a hard worker. He's an insanely hard worker. You know what I'm saying? He's making merch lines for us. He's releasing volumes around this year. We have our own series. Hold on, give me a sec. Yeah, hold on.
Yeah,
We have our own what is it? Magazine, Shrine entrance, and etc. Right? He's doing big moves. He's literally doing big moves, and I feel like because of that, I was attracted to Shrine Comics, and that's why I'm staying. I feel like that's a genuine pro for someone to work as hard as you are. You know what I'm saying? To give. Oh.
oh, the camera
Yeah.
fell.
That is crazy. Don't put that in. I'm playing. Give me a sec.
I'm keeping that shit in, bro.
That's crazy. All
I'm
right,
keeping
got
that
you,
shit
dude.
in.
All right,
No,
give
it's
me
all
a
good.
sec. Hold on.
Don't worry, man. This is the practice run for when like you get bigger, bro. It's like you got to start investing into getting like your own broadcast setup, man. You got to get the mics, you got to
Yeah,
get the
for sure.
cameras, you got to get you got to get everything, bro. Because then it's like, yo, when like a big major production, like they want to do an interview with you, it's like, yo,
Yeah,
gotta get
man,
on
I
it.
definitely got to get into this social media side of things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just recently started showing my face and stuff. Like, I got to get used to this stuff. I got to get a ring light. I got to get the setup. I got to get the setup, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, man, and at your own pace too. At your own pace, but it's
Of
like
course, yeah.
like you said, you got some shit going on. Yeah, I want to chat with the creator CEO of Shrine Comics. I saw his promo video where he
Hmm.
had like all of the titles, and I just think that shit's dope, man. I like the
Yeah, bro.
people that have
Yeah.
the work ethic, and the hustle.
I'm definitely showing him this podcast, but no, for sure, I'll definitely tell you to hit him up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'll let him know to hit you. My fault, but yeah,
No, it's
bro,
all
definitely make things work, man.
it's all good, bro. It's all good. It's like all of these creators, man. It's like It's like, yo, you guys are freaking taking over, bro. When I see
Yeah, man.
Shrine Comics or when I see Paul Saturday AM, it's literally like when I used to freaking go and get the Shonen Jump like thick ass magazines,
Mm-hmm.
and I just used to go through it and read all of the manga out of order because I was never getting the actual magazines like in order
Right.
on when they would come out. But
Mm-hmm.
it's dope, man. It's dope reading it like that and just seeing it like that. Like when you held up
Mm-hmm.
the cover of it and just seeing all of those characters,
Yes,
but they're
sir.
all indie.
Yeah,
That's
bro.
fly. That's
We
hard as
doing
fuck,
this
bro.
thing, bro. I even got a poster right behind me. I would move my camera, but you already know what happened.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's all good. It's all good, man. I mean, like have you send me the PDF if you got it
for
or
sure,
whatever.
for sure, for sure, for
Uh,
sure.
that's dope. That's dope. So we talked about you joining Shrine. Uh, we talked about like or I guess, did you get really into the pros and cons? So you talked about the cons of going with Shrine and why you went with Shrine.
Yeah,
Um, do you see any pros with someone just going by themselves and being solo?
like you mean like the good side of it? Because I think I mentioned the good side. Yeah.
No, I mean like the pros of going by yourself, like not being
Oh,
with. Yeah.
hmm. I'm not sure, right? Like, because that was me. I did this thing myself. I got into it by myself. I didn't even have no direction to where Golden Mist was going to be. I just wanted to post it. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere. And so yeah,
Mm,
I felt like the opportunity came to me, and I didn't want to miss it. I guess like the cons, I would say is just how things are going right now and how like this comic company in like era is kind of coming to an end. Surprisingly, because manga creators like it's being a direct like entrance to like for Western audiences to hit manga creators in Japan and etc. So I feel like this comic company thing is low key coming to an end. But that's why I think Shrine shines because they have big things that nobody else expects. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna come this year, and it's really about
mm.
to change the game. They're gonna be carrying this
Oh,
like they're gonna be
time.
carrying, bro.
You can't just like, yo, they got the biggest thing coming since sliced bread and not say what it
Oh
is. Like,
man,
yo,
I want
what,
to, bro. I want
what's
to, bro.
coming, yo? What's coming? Like,
Bro,
yo,
like,
let this be the exclusive. I'll clip this shit and
uh,
post it everywhere, bro. What's coming?
what? Wild, bro. It's like okay, so like we're having like we're in the talks about our series actually joining big companies in the future. Our volumes that are actually about to come out in volume one that's coming out soon this year is about to have like it's gonna be in the best quality. Only actually it's gonna have as good quality as like volumes within Viz. You know what I'm saying? Like we're about to do some crazy things this year. You know what I'm saying? And we're about to reach mainstream more sooner than you think, way sooner than you think. So yeah,
All right. All right. I like it. I like it, man. Yo, exclusive.
yeah,
Competing with Viz. Viz,
yeah,
get the fuck.
man.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking, Viz.
Oh, okay,
Don't,
calm down,
don't
bro.
play my
Calm
video.
down.
I already got one copyright strike from. I don't even
Really?
want to talk about it, bro. I don't even want to say anything. I'm not even gonna say any names, but I am definitely pissed. It's like, yo, I'm the smallest YouTube channel ever, and you guys are giving me a copyright strike.
Man, it's a shame, bro.
Whatever. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
man, that's
It's
crazy.
all it's all good. Speaking of, so
Mm.
what do you do in your downtime, man? When you're tired creating, tired drawing, what do you do to, help Red F Manga kind of like clear his mind and just like chill and relax?
Well, I guess I just look at other medias. You know what I'm saying? Like watch shows, like on my spare time or hang out with my friends, like I don't do it often, but carry on.
What are we watching right now?
Bro, I'm watching a series called Barry, and it's about a hitman that have you heard of Barry?
It's on HBO Max, right?
Yeah, best
I
show.
haven't watched it. I haven't watched it, but I've been seeing the commercials. I'm like, yo, I need to check this shit out.
Need to watch it. It's actually my favorite show. Like it's my favorite show right now, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm already caught up, and it's just insane. Like the premise is that a hitman that literally wants to get out of that life, you know what I'm saying? But he's already like real deep into it. He wants to get out because of a girl he met that's actually into acting, so he does the same. And so he
Okay.
wants to become an actor and pursue that career with her. But his past just keeps coming back to him, and it's just like, how can you really handle that? And it's actually insane. It's such a good character study. Like, it's actually interesting, bro. Like, I genuinely wish anybody watched this. I swear to God, it's insane, bro.
I gotta check
It's
it out.
crazy.
HBO Max putting out the fire, bro. Putting out the
Yes,
fire.
man. They
Obviously,
really on the come up.
The Last of Us was amazing.
Amazing. Yes. 10 out
One
of
thing that
10.
I'll say is like me watching it, like when you're playing a game, like I don't know if you played the game.
Of course. Yeah.
All right. So when you're playing a game, I feel like it's different from than me watching it. So like the last episode, I watched Joel murk everybody in that hospital. And I'm like, Joel, you kind of tripping, bro. It's like,
bro, that
first of
man
all,
was tweaking.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, this girl got the key to solving the whole world's problems.
Right.
And you just going in there murking everybody. But I was like, yo, I did that same shit in the video game. And I had no problem with it whatsoever. But it's just weird playing something and then watching it and it being so well done and so true to the game. I guess most video game adaptations aren't done so well. So
for sure. Have you seen the Halo? The Halo adaptation with Master Chief? Trash, bro. Awful, dreadful.
Once he took his helmet off, I was like, this show is over.
No,
and then
bro,
it had him ass naked. I was like, all right, this.
Bro, it was a dark. We had a dark times with the live actions back then, bro. I swear. Like, it was not looking good.
Subscription so fast. I was like,
as you should, man. As you should.
Yeah. All the Resident Evil, like I've been dealing with terrible video game adaptations for my entire life. Like, oh yeah, you're 22 years old. You wasn't around for the Street Fighter movies and the Mortal Kombat movies.
Oh man, I really wasn't, but I was actually planning on rewatching it. No, I wasn't though.
You know, what's the name of that movie that just won mad Grammys? Everything
Everywhere all at once.
Yes. So you know the main actress in there?
Yeah.
When she was younger, she was Chun-Li.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
What the heck?
She been getting busy for a minute, bro. She was Chun-Li. I was just watching an old episode of SVU from like the 90s. She was in it. Like, yeah, she been getting busy for a minute. But yeah, she was Chun-Li.
I didn't know that at all, actually. No, I mean, that actually kind of makes me want to watch the movie even more, in fact. So yeah, I think I'm going to check that out for sure. Have you seen the Mario movie, the old Mario movie?
Of course, bro. You ain't asking me if
I'm sorry.
I watched the old Mario movie mad times. Made no sense. Was not Mario at all, but we loved that movie for some reason.
It was charming, man. I watched it like a couple of times, bro. I really liked that movie. Like, I feel like it's just a charm of how goofy it was. Like, it's so bad that it's good, you know?
Yoshi was fucked up. Bowser was like, yo, you're not even Bowser. It's like, who the hell is this guy? Mario and Luigi were grown ass men. It was a wild movie. Wild
for sure.
On fucking whatever. I don't even know what the hell that shit was.
Nah, that was crazy. The Goombas looked insane. The Goombas, that's a cursed image right there, bro. Have you seen that? That's a cursed image right there.
Goombas was insane, weird, man. But like, yo, we love that shit, man. Back
in the day. Bro, for sure. Yeah, we definitely did, man. I mean, I might feel like I was like you, but no, bro, I was definitely watching that, bro.
Yeah, man, that shit was crazy. What else? I mean, there's been so many video game movies that were just like, they did Doom with, what's his face, The Rock.
Oh yeah. Have you seen the new Mario movie?
No, I haven't seen it yet. I do want to see it. I'm probably gonna go see it this week. I don't have work on Thursday or Friday, but I need to see that movie. I wanted to see it from the trailer. Obviously, the voiceovers and shit like that were, whatever.
Yeah, Chris Pratt. Man, I can't lie.
They gotta fucking sell it, yo. It's like you gotta have big names that are doing the voice. Like the nigga that does Mario voice in the video game, he's still around. Like, he's still alive, kicking butt. Like, I know they're working on Mario Galaxy 4 with his voice. It was like they could have easily had him do the voice, but it was like, yo, Chris Pratt's gonna bring in numbers.
I'm not gonna lie. I actually watched the movie. Everything you're saying is true, and I kid you not. The original voice actor is in that movie for sure.
Oh, he is?
No, I'm gonna say this, bro. Surprisingly, it's an actual really good movie. Like, it's a genuine good adaptation. I'm so serious. It has no choice but to be. But it's way better than I actually thought. Because I kid you not, man. I remember I watched it a few days ago. It was storming, like it was terrible. Like I barely wanted to even watch this movie myself. But like I'm not gonna lie, I came out of the movie saying it was worth it. That movie was really good. I actually think it's a genuine good. Let me say this, right? So you've seen the Sonic movies, right?
Yes, I saw the first one. I didn't see the second one.
That's fine. That's fine. So you already know, like, that's Sonic, right? We all know it's Sonic, but it's not our Sonic. You know what I'm saying? It's not the Sonic we grew up with. But I feel like this Mario movie is the opposite. This is the Mario becoming the Mario that we have always, seen in our childhood. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's a genuine good adaptation. I'm just hyping it up though, but I'm serious. Like it's actually crazy.
I mean, I was already sold on it, but like you just
Yeah.
sold me even more. So all right, cool. Now I'm down. I'm down. Yeah, you know what? This has to open the door. I mean, Mario has surpassed Mickey Mouse, which is crazy. Like again, I can't envision being like 22 now. Like I'm 30, so like when I was younger, it was
Mhm.
Mickey Mouse. Like Mickey Mouse was like the big thing. But then
For
as
sure.
like Nintendo started to build, it was like, all right, cool. Like Mickey Mouse didn't really have like Mickey Mouse had a bunch of games, but it was like the face of Nintendo is Mario, and the face of PlayStation was Tomb Raider, Solid Snake, Crash Bandicoot, and the face
Yeah.
of Dreamcast was like half butt naked woman in Virtual Fighter. Like it was all of that shit. Like Mickey Mouse was like the massive. Oh, you going to
Yeah.
Disney World and all this shit. Mickey Mouse is still massive. Don't get me wrong,
For sure.
but
Yeah.
Super Mario internationally today definitely is big time compared to Mickey Mouse.
For sure. And you're not lying. Crazy enough, like the reason why I wasn't even hyped to see this Mario movie is because like I felt like Mario wasn't like something like he was iconic, of course, right? But he wasn't no Sonic. I felt like he was more of an icon, like Mickey, Mickey Mouse, and etc. So I really didn't think I would actually be as interested to see him as a character because I just always seen him as that. But no, I was proven wrong, bro. Like it's actually insane. I actually am a Mario fan now. Like I'm a genuine
Yeah.
Mario fan now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yeah, bro. I just talked about it with Ronnie. I was like, yo, that Mario 64, bro. And that Mario
Mhm.
64 hit, that's when like shit changed for Mario, bro. Like
Mhm.
Mario started to become a freaking legend in the
For
game.
sure. For sure.
I see what you're talking about Sonic. Like, so I feel like Sonic has been the like redheaded stepchild to Super Mario. Like
Yeah.
now it's like Sonic has been like adopted into the Nintendo world, and
Mhm.
Sonic and Mario Olympics and all of this shit.
Yeah.
I wonder what's the next thing. You know what they need to do? They
What?
need to make another Pokemon movie, but no another Pokemon
Yeah.
movie, no gimmicks, no. It's
Mhm.
like yo, just like Pokemon trainer, adventure, battling. No Detective
For
Pikachu, none of
sure.
that shit. It's like find a way to be creative, like how like Super Mario. What does Super Mario
Mhm.
do? Super Mario rescues Peach, or Super Mario fights Bowser, or Super Mario it has a conflict with Donkey Kong. Like
Mhm.
that's what Super Mario is. They didn't do like Super Mario and I don't know whatever BS that they try to spin, but same thing with like Sonic. Like even though Sonic was kind of like Sonic's gimmick was, oh, let's bring Sonic into the real world. That was the kind of gimmick. Like they could kind of do a 3D movie just with Sonic, his crew, and spin
Mhm.
it that way, but I see where they went with it. It still worked,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I would like to see that for Pokemon. What do you think?
No, 100%. Like I really do like Detective Pikachu, so it's definitely possible. It's 100% possible. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I would
Yeah.
want to see it without the detective work. Like it was good. I love Detective Pikachu, but I feel like its own its own film, gym battles and etc. Like him doing the league, like bro, it would be, man, it would go crazy. In fact, like I feel like it would just be one of the best adaptations possible if they just gave it a shot. But it's still that
Yeah.
stigma of live actions, bro. People are afraid of, bro. Yeah, I don't want to be let down, man. Like,
I mean, all right. So Detective Pikachu, like, you could still blend it between like
hmm
real and then CGI and shit like that, but just make it freaking dope. Like, make it
yeah,
to where it's like borderline serious, but not so serious to where the kids don't want to watch it. And you got
hmm
fucking gold right there.
for sure, for sure.
Yeah, that would be dope. You playing any video games right now?
I am playing Wulong. I'm playing Wulong. Have you heard of that game?
No, what the hell is that?
Wulong is like a Dark Souls influenced game, right? And it's based in like the area is like fantasy China and stuff like that. And
Okay.
it's kind of like has a Monster Hunter elements where it's like you got to defeat like Onis and stuff. It's a really good game. I'm playing it with my friend right now. Yeah,
Is that on console
yeah,
or
it's on all
PC?
platforms. It's on all platforms, bro. It's
I never heard of that.
insanely. Yeah, I like low key games. You know what I'm saying? I like low key games. And I think those are one of them. It's hard. Like it's actually one of the hardest games I've ever played. And like me and my friend are playing it right now, and like we're still not through it, and it's been 4 days. So yeah, I like games
Yeah,
like that. Surprisingly, yeah.
yeah.
When we win,
My first Dark Souls type of game was Elden Ring
oh
last year.
yeah, I didn't beat Elden Ring, but yeah, I 100% get it too. I
Yeah,
have Elden Ring, bro.
hard hardest game that I have played in a
Ever.
minute. In a
Yeah, it's
freaking minute.
oh
I
man.
knew like when as soon as I got out of like that first like training area and I
Mm,
saw the first Elder Tree Sentinel and he waxed me in like 2 hits, I was like, yo, you doing this like right in the game? Like you're not used to having bosses that strong in the beginning of the
yeah,
game. And then everything after that is like, oh, like I actually gotta like I thought I was just gonna like sit back and like play this shit. And
yeah.
then after that, I was like, oh nah, I gotta like actually pay attention. So then,
Hmm.
and again, this was my first time playing a Souls game. So I was like, all right, let me start the. So I watched YouTube videos and I'm like, oh, this is like real deal like gaming video game. Like you just can't play this as a casual.
Nah,
Um,
man. You played
incredible
it
game.
alone? You played it alone?
Yeah, I mean,
You a
who else
different
was I gonna
breed.
play with?
You a different breed for that, man. I had to get a buddy. I could not play that game myself, bro. It's
Oh
too hard.
yeah, bro. I played that joint all by myself. Yeah, I didn't play multiplayer once. I wanted
Really?
to, but I wanted to, but the way I guess like they have their multiplayer set up, like there's so
Hmm.
many contingencies.
Oh
And
man, for sure.
when I play MMOs, it's like yo, you party up, and like if you're around the same level, like you go on quest and you get busy, and that's it. There's
Hmm.
no like, oh, you
Yeah,
can only
man.
go in a certain area and all this shit. It's like no.
Nah, it's ridiculous, bro. You have to get like specific, like I think like a specific item, and you have to get as much as possible just to invite someone online. Like it's a whole thing. Like
Yeah, they
it is
tripping.
annoying.
It's like, yo,
Yeah,
don't make me pay $90 for this game and then I can't play with my friends. Like,
that's what I'm saying, bro. It's crazy,
yeah,
man.
nuts,
Yeah.
man, nuts. But yeah, that's it. That's an incredible game. Right now, I'm playing Resident Evil 4 remake, which
Oh yeah, I'm gonna see,
mind
bro. Is it good? Is
mind
it good? Yeah.
amazing, amazing. I'm a Resident Evil fan. I haven't played every
Hmm.
single Resident Evil, but I've played the main titles 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
Hmm.
Um, and then there's like a couple of side ones that I've like toyed around with, but I've played all the main ones, and then I've played all the remakes as well. Resident Evil 2 remake is without a doubt probably one of my favorite and probably one of the best uh zombie games ever. I'm gonna
Hmm.
put that and Left 4 Dead like toss up because Left 4 Dead is multiplayer and Resident Evil
Yeah.
2 remake isn't. But Resident Evil 4 remake is like right there. It's amazing. It's an
Yeah.
amazing
Yeah.
game. Yeah, that shit's
I'm
fire.
definitely going to. I'm thinking about getting the game. In fact, like I've honestly saying some good things about it. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a shot for sure. I'm just like, man, I'm not a fan of scary games. Like I can watch people play it, but I'm not that guy, bro. I'm really not that guy.
Yeah,
It's
it
crazy.
depends. It depends. Like
Hmm.
Outlast and all that shit. Like I can't play that shit. It's like
Nah,
I'm
Outlast,
not-
that's dead. Nah, and like Outlast 2, nope, not even a little bit. Couldn't even touch it, man. Could not touch it. Mm-mm.
yo, like you. Some people could say Dark Souls is kind of horror esque
Uh,
the way those games are set up.
nah,
Like there was
like
some times where I was walking around and it was like, yo, I can't do this shit.
nah, I feel that 100%. Like, nah, it's just, I don't know, bro. I'm not scared of it. So, I'll eventually try to, beat it. Nah, scary games, that's my weakness. That's my kryptonite. Heck no. Nah, man, I'm not like that.
Yeah, I get you on that. I get you on that aspect. Is there any and I'll ask this last question and then we'll
Yeah.
kind of wrap up and then we'll save like the next section for Patreon. Is
Okay.
there any indie creators that you look at right now that inspire you or that motivate you?
Um, yeah, I have quite a bit. You know what I'm saying? I have, what is it? My good friend Inu Pin. Yeah, he's a
Okay.
what is it? He's an artist for Just a Goblin in Cave King and Shrine Comics. Um,
Shout out to Inu Pen, even though
yes,
we were
sir.
supposed to have an interview and he ghosted me, but shout out to Inu Pen.
He's a busy man. He's a busy man. What is
I know,
it?
I know.
What was I gonna say? Like all the people within my company, Struggle the artist. He's also a good friend of mine. He's a creator of From the Forgotten. You know, and yeah, I have other creators, but you know.
I put you on the spot.
Oh wait,
Just like
Wait a second. Hold on. I got some.
yeah,
Actually, I
who
got
you
some.
got? Who
Right.
you got?
I got some like what is it? Michael Madlock, the creator of what is it? An upcoming series called ZZ Maru. What is it? I have my friend Michael. He's a TikTok exclusive, but like what is it? He usually there's another guy named Michael. My fault, bro. But he makes what is it? Boy Ever Scrimmy. Like yeah. I have a lot of
I never,
people that I genuinely
I
look
never
up
heard
to.
of any of these shits, by the way. So that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. I love when I didn't hear of a specific project and I'm like, holy shit, like this shit is big. That just
Hmm.
tells me like, all right, cool. I need to get out of the bubble of the shit that I see consistently. And it's like I
Hmm.
want to see more shit. I want to interact with more. I want to just be like more diverse with the stories that I read and shit.
Right. Yeah. I definitely
Yeah.
like, bro. I respect these people and they're my friends. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I genuinely do look up to them. I want to see them like grow as much as I am. Yeah,
Dope, dope. All right, I gotta check out some of these profiles, man. I
for
gotta
sure.
see if they're B minus TV certified. It's like,
Yeah.
all that stuff. But nah, cool, man. Yo, Red F Manga, bro.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
you taking the time out to be a guest, to just chop
Yeah,
it up.
man. Mhm.
Just talk a little bit about your work ethic and what you do on Patreon. We'll kind of dig a little bit deeper into,
Yeah, for sure.
just like the art process and the story creating and all that shit.
Right,
But
right.
again, appreciate you guys. Make sure that you sub the YouTube channel, sub
Yes,
all of
sir.
and follow Red F Manga on all of his
Yes,
platforms. Obviously, read his
yes,
freaking project. It's super dope.
yes.
I did a review on it back in the day. And
Mhm.
yeah, sub the Patreon, and I will see you guys later. All right, deuces.
Peace.